turbo boost engaged. What's up, everybody? Back with another video. We're actually doing a video within a video. We're doing a special intro to give a shout out to the man, the homie Ronan out of San Antonio, Texas. What's up, little dude? I appreciate the support. Keep rocking. Thank you for digging my bike, the old lowrider. But what's this that we're on today? Is this isn't the Lolo. What? This is the fancy Lolo. Will there be a video? Possibly. We may just combine two into one. Oh, I would definitely be in so much trouble if this was my daily, bro. I want to also give a huge shout out to Oscar. And we're gonna get some gas and get y'all rolling on the video. But remember, if you find yourself enjoying the video, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and while you're there, bump over, hit that bell to be notified of any future videos when they drop, as soon as they drop. Now y'all enjoy the video. We have a check engine code, so we gotta see what that is. More than likely, it's because our light tripped. Diagnostic, ECM. Just clear them. Oh. Clear it one more time. We're good. So now there should not be a check engine light. If there is, we know it's actually something that's still ongoing, but you got it. Trip. Woo, she gone. Oh, look at that. Well, that was your quick Harley tip for the day. It's also, that's more than likely due to us getting into the headlight. We had the high beam wire that split for some reason. I had to get in there, resolder it, and now our headlight works. It also caused some sort of trip with our little auxiliary lights where they were offset, but moving on. So we're back with another video. Now, what are we doing today? Well, that is gonna have a little bit of a sad moment in it. Cue our little violin. But we found a silver lining where we had our first gig booked for the year. This was the very first one from a coffee shop we went out to, shot some photos, tagged them on Instagram, similar to what North Borders kind of mentions in his videos on how to start making some money from freelance photography. And so that's kind of what we did, because in one of his videos he goes to some dealerships and some other places like, hey, I was wondering if you wanted to have some photos done. And a lot of them, pretty much when you show up and ask them that, it's like, oh, it's going to cost me money right out the gate. So first thing they think of, a lot of them say, oh, we have someone in marketing for that. We have our own department, blah, blah, blah. And so he did some where he took some photos and was just kind of sharing them, was like, hey, look what I took. And about checking out some coffee shops, and we came across this one in Georgetown, and it was really neat. It just had this cool little vibe to it. And so I ordered a coffee, took some photos, and then tagged him on Instagram, and we got to talking. It was pretty neat. And next thing you know, we had something set up for today, and it is no longer happening. They just said that they didn't end up needing a photographer after all, and I was kind of sad, kind of bummed. We went on that dealership ride for Central Texas Harley-Davidson, the freeze-out ride, and it was a pretty wicked turnout. It was probably, let's say, it was anywhere from 20 to 30 bikes, and it wasn't your typical dealership ride where a lot of the ones that I've been on, they tend to do mostly highway and do, let's say, a big lane road like this, where it's still enjoyable, but it's not fun. It's enjoyable, but it's not, you're like, whoa, that was a wicked ride. Kind of like, oh, you know, at least I went. But this wasn't it, where I did have my reservations. But Bobby over at Central Texas Harley-Davidson, he was the one leading it. And Savannah, I want to say, I'm not too sure, she was also up there. And we went out essentially this way, 1431, but we skipped all this. We went the back way, went a pretty cool way through Leander. That's North Austin, is just north of Cedar Park. And I rode those all the time when I lived in Leander because they were right there, and it was a quick little blip, and it got you out that way towards Marble Falls, Johnson City, and so forth. And we went out that back, and I was like, what? So I was pretty excited for that. And then we hit out 1431, and they were blasted, dude, because we were at the meetup, and they were just kind of, follow speed limits, because it is a dealership ride, but we also signed waivers, so I was like, this should be interesting, ha ha ha. And we're getting out there, and of course, some of those roads, they have speed limits, which they're averagely set to where it's like, okay, I'm not speeding. But when you're on a bike, you should increase that by 25. They should have motorist speed cagers or whatever, and then they should have motorcycles and just put plus 20, whatever it is, plus 20, because we're moving. I think the speed limit out there is 55, but it's so easy to be going 80, 85 because you're going through the hill country. There's a bunch of turns. It's going down. It's going up. There's so much scenery. There's so much dynamic changing with the road. You're like, dude, it's so easy to get carried away. It's so fun. I love that road. There is a lot of law enforcement out there time to time, mostly between here and then whatever the next city is. I never remember what it is. But there's usually one that's kind of like when you're going downhill on the uphill. I think it's either a church or a fireworks stand. You're more than likely to see one there, so be on the lookout. As well as once you get into that city, I want to say it's Lago Vista. Anyway, so we go out there. We end up coming back through Leander again, 1869, 1174, all those number roads that you have absolutely no idea what they are, but that's where we went out. And it was a solid time. It's like, yeah, boy. But we also have a new helmet, which means we have a new microphone placement in here. And it sounded good initially, but once we got out there, all you heard was wind noise. I'm sure you're hearing some. And I have yet to fine tune it on the new program, because if you've heard the news, I've blasted all over Instagram, was that we finally got our computer up and running. We got the video card that we were waiting on, which took forever, bro. Forever. Can we say forever one more time, bro? Like, whoa, bro. And we got it cracking, and we also switched from Final Cut Pro to Premiere Pro, and that has been a learning curve. Not like a curve, like a curve, bro. We've been saying bro a lot. And that's just one of the main reasons for that is because a lot of the tools that we use, let's say the blade on Final Cut is not blade in Premiere Pro, it's a cut tool. And it's a completely different shortcut, so we're having to learn everything. Where we learned that we could do a rollover edit, because in Final Cut, I had it to where it was set where anytime I deleted a clip, so say I have a clip at 10 seconds and I want to cut out from 10 to 12 seconds and then use 13 seconds and so forth after that after I would cut those 2 seconds out, it would automatically close that and seam them together as a continual clip. And on Premiere Pro, it does not do that. It leaves this little gap that's like, hey, there's an empty spot in this video, you need to fix me. And so what I was doing was I was manually going in, selecting the clip that I wanted to drag over, putting it over, and then I would have to drag all the other clips over. But thanks to Will FXBB, he showed me that there is the rollover crop, or whatever it's called, where once you end up cutting the clip that you don't want, is you select the following clip, you click it, you drag it over, and it's going to eat up that additional portion. And you don't have to manually select it, and you're good to go. You're golden. Stay golden, pony boy. Stay golden. And now we're here at the Mecca that we just entirely drank too much coffee. But this is where we're meeting everybody up, because today we're doing some filming. We got some footage going of us riding. We have some different settings in the camera that we're going to be messing with, as well as in post, where this is going to directly help us with the new business. And we're going to be offering some packages, and from this it's going to allow me an example to display and show everyone, where we're going to be offering a package. If you're looking to get something done with your bike or your car, hit me up, let me know. We're going to have a set rate for package. For one, say that your introductory level is package A at so many hours, at let's say an hour, you get so much footage, you get this, you get that. And then additional, we're going to have upgraded packages where if you want to add photos, it's going to add to that. But it's going to be affordable. That way we can just get them one and done, knocked out, get you happy. It'll be a 24 to 48 hour return. That way I can get it edited, get it nice and pretty, send it to you. And again, the different style, the different packages will offer different additional if you want one file one way, another one way, and so forth. We still have to figure all that out, and we'll be doing that. But that's what we're doing today. We're waiting on the guys. We're gonna go film, get some buttery footage going. Yeah, boy. But now we gotta get some coffee.
A few moments later.
Hey Siri, turn on my bike. Oh, we got that new integrated iPhone smart thing on the bike. Hey, appreciate it. Appreciate it, bud. This is your first video. If this is your first video and you find yourself enjoying it, be sure and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and while you're there, bump over and hit that bell to be notified of any future videos when they drop, as soon as they drop. Whoop, let's fix that. And we're gonna head over for a quick rip on Lime Creek, which is a local favorite. If you've never ridden it and you are in the Central Texas area, I highly recommend going. Not sure what that guy's doing. All right, we got Isaac here, and we have old Zen right there.
In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
Oh, damn. Yeah. That's cold. Before lunch and before filming. Yo, what's up, fellow bicyclers? Skirt. Now, for those that have ridden Lime Creek, this is from the Shell, Andersonville, Lime Creek. Do you all think this is the normal way, going north, I think it is, versus coming from 620 towards the Shell as the normal way? I'm curious because Isaac behind us, he likes the opposite way, which we will be hitting after lunch. We're gonna go have lunch in the area off 620, get our tummies full, and that way we don't have to worry about getting hangry when we're filming, and there's a lot more patience also with me and my equipment, because we have yet to try out that Rylino camera stabilizer, which we will be incorporating into today's video shoots. So hopefully we have the patience to mess with that and everything goes smoothly. But it's going to be interesting when we incorporate the 100mm lens, because it is substantially heavier than our 50mm lens. It smells like mesquite. Smells good. Someone's barbecuing, someone's doing something, doing a pre-Super Bowl cookout to get their skills honed and ready. Now this video is also in conjunction with old Isaac back there. He had suggested, he had pointed out that a lot of the motovloggers had stopped motovlogging, that pretty much everyone has become a reviewer, pretty much everyone has started doing product reviews and so forth. And it's true. I look back at my videos as well as other motovloggers I watch. Aside from FXLRS Brooklyn, he's pretty much stayed true to the game, where he is doing a lot of motovlogs. So keep cracking at it, keep doing what you're doing, boy. I appreciate it. But yes, a lot of us have fallen off from what our roots were, which is not to say it's a bad thing. But when you think about it, when everyone started, I think when I got into it, everyone was motovlogging, what we're doing now. Everyone. I guess Theo too. So just kidding. FXLRS Brooklyn and Theo, as well as Broke AFXDL, they're staying true to the game. But everyone else, we got to bring it back to the fundamentals. Oh yeah. So I like this road. It allows me to practice. The only downside is it is a 2-lane road. And a lot of times, the reason I like to go this way is because the other way, people are where we're at right now, and there's been several times where people pulling trailers, since this does lead up to Lake Travis, where, sorry, I had to concentrate on that. And they've been pulling a boat, and a lot of times on those turns right there, especially the 15-mile-an-hour turn coming up, they tend to come in too spicy, and they pull out wide. And since we're on the opposite end of it, they're in our lane, and that's why I don't really like going that way. because here you're in the same lane where most people will tend to go out to Lake Travis, and I feel it's safer. Here we keep on engine braking, but what we've been trying to work on a lot is our trail braking coming into none of these turns, but the 15-mile-an-hour turn. And it may be bad that we're engine braking so much, but it makes me feel more comfortable, and I'm not pressing on any of my rear brake or my front brake in those turns, but in some of these, well, I didn't even feel like that shifted. And it's trying to get our weight disbursement right and just overall becoming a better rider. And we're not going balls to the wall here. We're comfortably pushing to the limits, where this is normally how fast we ride it, but in some of these turns, I may just go slightly faster and try not to get fixation blindness, which can happen a lot, especially when you get some of these shadows. It's hard to really see where you're going. We're doing a little trail braking here, but not so much where we're actually in the turn. We still need to get better at it. And that's something that's new to us, is trail braking, where essentially, see, that's the thing, I'm not too sure. You don't want to brake in a turn, because that's just a big no-no. But with trail braking, you're technically, when you press the front brake, you're increasing or decreasing your fork distance. So in turn, you're actually, there's a big old divot, boom! And so you're increasing your turning radius. I can't remember what it was, but it's like a science. So see, I wanted to trail brake there, but I don't think that was going to be a viable spot. So here we're gonna brake a little bit, a whole lot of it. Come in, come in, come in, come in. Turn. Ooh, there's another sport bike rider. What's up, Big Daddy? Well, that's the turn for today. It's gonna be Big Daddy. And this is the part I really enjoy here, is stuff like this. And that car's leading us. It's leaning on us. But every once in a while, I'll give myself a little engine brake just for a little confidence booster. Here's gonna be a little steeper turn. We got a 15-mile-an-hour. I feel like I'm in a sport. The commentator, and here we go. Oh, that's a little bit spicy, but we fixed it. Gave ourselves a front little brake squeeze. I feel like the more I talk, the more distracted I am in what I'm doing, which I guess is good, because if not, I'm in my helmet like, oh my god, oh my god. Isaac, this is your doing. If I'm doing a lot of word vomit, it's because you said there's not enough motovlogging in the area. There's not a lot of motovlogging anymore these days. What happened to the purity of it, baby? And there's tons of great roads around here, which I really like about Austin. San Antonio there were too, but since it's been a minute since we've gone back to San Antonio, we've really learned to explore a lot of these roads. And it would be amazing if we could get this road closed by local PD. That was a pretty heavy front brake squeeze. We also felt like we were coming in a little bit spicy. $15-mile-an-hour, maybe? 15-mile-an-hour. Engine brake. This one's a pretty steep turn, I think, because it also comes up. There it is, comes up. Boom! And the other thing that we still need to work on, again, is obviously our turning, but it's going to be dragging. Every time our foot pegs touch, we still panic. We're like, oh snap, we pick our feet up. Even when we know we're gonna drag, where it's like, come on, and there's a turn coming up, not. And there's a turn coming up where a lot of times we end up coming in a little bit too spicy. Oh. And a lot of times we panic because our foot peg always touches, and we always take it spicier than we think we need to. Oh, Isaac's on my butt this time! What? He's big daddying me. Oh, they're gonna go off the thing? That's dope. Go up there, guys. I wish you would have gone with us when I was riding by. So I like engine braking because I feel whenever I press too much on the front brake, it's like, oh god, oh god. Like in my head, I'm associating the brake with too fast, and I feel like that slight little panic onsetting. That's not too bad. Oh god, there's a branch there. That felt like a good lean on that one. Ooh, I feel like we're gonna touch pace! Ah, dude, I felt myself panicking. I went out a little bit wide after I felt we were closing in on the foot peg to street ratio. See, this is the other dangerous thing about this road, is that there are houses, a lot of driveways, sure, but you never know if one of those cars that say are parked on the side of the street are gonna be like, oh hey, last minute, let me just leave out of here. Ooh, my hands are cramping, my hands are cramping. Slow it down a bit, coming in. Not sure what that is, but it looks like baby wipes. Baby wipes it is. Ooh, Zen's keeping up. Good job, Zen. Isaac was on my butt today. So the turn that we always overshoot, and not necessarily overshoot, but last minute panic, it's coming up. Coming up, 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 coming up. I think this is the turn right here. Yes, this is it. Where a lot of times we come in too spicy, and this is where we should scrape, but we didn't that time. But that's the one, because it doesn't look that intense. And then last minute, it just kind of dips in and curves where you're like, oh snap. There we go. So we are wrapped up for the day. We got some video footage. We got some photos. Pretty wicked photos if you ask me. But that's going to do it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. And while you're there, bump over and hit that bell to be notified of any future videos when they drop, as soon as they drop. And as a reminder, all the links that you see in the drop down section below are part of the Amazon Affiliates program. And anytime you click on them and purchase something from them, it helps out the channel, and I'm truly thankful for that. Until then, we'll catch you on the next one. Safe riding.